Whether you're listening and or watching us for the first time, welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Live.
Yes.
Where we discuss video game topics, releases, and events.
Now live.
Yes. And live. Yes.
Live.
You're watching this live.
Yeah.
Not lies. Live.
Live.
From my bathroom.
Live.
No, you can watch this live on Twitch.
Yes.
As of right now.
As of right
Yeah.
now.
Wednesday nights.
The
That's
second.
right.
The second.
Absolutely. Technology is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We're your hosts,
Mm.
Turbo 857, a.k.a. Kevin.
That's right.
Jason, a.k.a. YKC.
Oh!
Actually, Stikz.
See? he thinks this is the music podcast.
Live.
I'm a lot of people.
Al, a.k.a. Alg857.
And I stay the same as always. Eric, a.k.a. the 23rd Stallion. Bitch.
That was pretty crazy. I
That was
think it
good,
ran
right?
through that very nice, guys. That was
And
awesome.
like I
Yeah.
said, we're coming at you live.
Coming at you live.
Yeah, that's what we got to change that now. Live.
Live.
Coming at you live all over your face.
Live on Twitch.
And we're done. We're canceled.
And thank you.
Before we get into the topic at hand, news.
That's right.
Anyone have any news?
Actually, go ahead.
No, go for it.
This is just real quick. I actually bought this off of Amazon. It is called it's actually from a company called JYS. It's a Switch portable dock.
Wait, what's it called?
Not going to read it.
JYS.
Yeah, right. JY.
What happened?
Pronounce it. Now this is the size of this thing.
What does it do?
It's like a quarter of the size of the actual Switch dock.
Wow.
It's a small portable version of the Switch dock, and they didn't skimp out on anything.
Let's show that up close.
Yeah.
That thing's
Yeah, look at that,
pretty
man.
awesome.
Now I was a little worried about this. This was actually I took a chance making a purchase on Amazon because I was like, there was only one review, and it was a 5-star review, and it had a picture of it set up, and I'm like, all right, But then I'm thinking like, maybe it was like somebody that got paid to like put up a fake review,
I guess
Possibly.
you'll know in a month.
You never know. Yeah, right. I'll know. This is the first day I got it, and I tested it out. It works perfectly fine,
Perfectly
and
fine. And if
I'm very happy with
If
it.
it stays, just as good,
Yeah.
you should put up 5 stars also, so other people know.
Yeah, no, I will put a review. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to this company, man. They really look at this. This is the size of
That's mad small.
the actual unit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wouldn't that be LJ?
So
just
take notes, Nintendo.
Fell over.
Yeah.
Take notes, Nintendo.
$35. But it should be said that it does not come with an HDMI cord or a adapter.
Does when you purchase that $100 dock, it comes with an HDMI cord and an adapter.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I have a third-party adapter that works perfectly fine that I bought for $7.
$7. Okay.
Yeah. So
The price just went up to $42.
yeah. And then this actually I just had laying around. I had an old one that I never used.
Free of charge.
But this is what, $5?
$3.
Now? Probably, yeah.
Probably $3.
So
Damn.
still not worth $100 that they're charging.
Kev's like,
For that
let's
shit.
not stop it. All right,
Yeah.
stop attacking Nintendo.
Still not worth
Everything
it.
they do is perfect.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the Switch dock is overpriced. All
It's
right.
very overpriced.
I think they jacked up the price of that to recoup some losses on the Switch. Well, no, actually, they make a little bit of money off of that, but I think that's the reason why,
I think your calling is working for Nintendo.
Look.
I think that's your calling.
Nintendo, you need to pay me, all right?
You know he would take the job in 2
I could
seconds.
spin almost any controversy that you have.
So as a secondary dock, it's a good buy.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to buy
Yeah.
a second one for the house or one to travel with, I think that's the best bet. It's
Yeah.
smaller than the official Switch dock,
Yeah.
and it's a lot less money.
You can put that one in your room. You got the other one in the living room.
Yeah.
Boom.
Look at that.
Guests come over.
Maybe
You
I'll
don't
buy
gotta
another
switch
one.
Nothing. Oh, get it? Switch.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, they got
shit.
switch anything.
Except the dock.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just can't protect the screen. That's the only thing. There's no protection of the screen.
Well, just don't be an idiot.
Wait,
Come on.
Just don't be an idiot.
Come on,
How
man.
about that?
Yeah, just don't swing your foot.
Yeah.
Screen.
Like,
You'll
come
be
on.
fine.
Drop it like a moron.
Motion controls. Motion controls.
like motion-
Anybody else got news?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a little hum of new.
Ahram?
I love saying that hum of news. On IGN they
Oh,
released
crumb.
the same hum. They released a poster of Last of Us 2. And in the poster, because I think, what was the day they called it? It was Outbreak Day yesterday. And last year they released a poster of a. Obviously, it looked like Ellie's hand because it's not the hand of a man. Last year it was her hand holding a knife with like a bunch of, I don't know, it looked like a tree background. It was like a very light, gentle background. This year it was a man's hand holding a hammer, and a car burning in the middle of a forest.
MC Hammer.
And they, people are always looking to, is there any hints given in the poster or whatever? And the crazy thing is, hopefully we could pull this up eventually on there. But if you look at it,
You're a blacksmith.
no,
Yeah,
if you look at the car burning in the forest,
Yeah.
like the trees in the background, it forms like a wolf's head. It looks like a wolf's head.
Yeah.
And they were like, is this something to do with the Wolf Among Us or some shit like that? And then they were like, if you compare the two posters, Ellie's looks very light and Joel's looks very dark. Is he headed down a dark path? Blah, 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 blah. So they're speculating on all these little hints in the thing. But yeah, it's the first thing they released of the game since, 2 years ago when they put it up in E3. But I would have preferred screenshots, maybe a little trailer.
They ain't showing nothing.
Nah, man.
But, however, also a little news tidbit.
What's that?
I believe as of September 28th. I'm not letting you know what day it is today. Since it's live streaming.
It's live streaming, man.
So I guess tomorrow, kind of just gave myself away. Tomorrow will be. Stop laughing at me. Stop laughing. Stop laughing at me.
Well, when this goes up on YouTube, it's different. So
Yeah, exactly.
talking to two different people.
Yeah.
That's right. Just talking to everybody right now. Red Dead Redemption 2 will be revealing some shit tomorrow on the 28th.
Wow.
Maybe
A horse.
Wow.
Man, I hope something. And it's supposed to be multiplayer, so I'm dying to see what multiplayer stuff they do with
The co-op
Red.
campaign or maybe a different mode competitive?
Probably
No,
an online mode.
well, the
because
thing
if
is-
they're going to make money like they did with Grand Theft 5, they're going to have an online
Well, the main
Yeah.
thing they showed in their first trailer that they released 2 years ago was 4 dudes on horses riding. So that's the main thing of the game is multiplayer.
Backstreet Boys. Downloadable content.
That's Backstreet Boys on horses.
Yeah, everything has online.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what it is.
Do you think they'll come out with a Grand Theft anytime soon?
No.
Ever?
They shouldn't. No, they shouldn't.
They
I would.
shouldn't.
I would.
They
You
shouldn't.
think they'll
I
come
would
out
wait
next? They'll skip the whole generation?
Wait to 2020.
You're not going to see it until like the next
What, the next
generation of
2019
consoles.
Next Grand Theft?
Yeah, just
Probably
They're
wait.
actually
Just wait.
there was a casting call for voice actors in Manhattan.
Why didn't you
Right.
tell me? I'd fucking call them
What
right
was
now.
it? 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Proved to be
Oh.
false.
For Grand Theft for the new Grand Theft.
I would
wasn't
love.
confirmed.
I would love to do that voice acting for Grand Theft.
I remember there was a
Like,
casting.
Isn't that, you know, it's funny that
Even
you
if it's
said
a
that.
generic fucking voice.
There
like
was a lot of bad voices in my stream today. like they were like through gunshots and cars hitting. Like it was unrealistic sounds coming from the car. Like if your car gets hit, you're like, oh shit or whatever. They're like, like you don't make those noises when a fucking car
You
hits
don't
you.
know.
It was
You don't know.
stupid.
You can make those. Though.
No, you
Yeah.
watch the stream. It was very stupid. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
I
think they should
love
do it
getting them in a
2020.
car accident when they're in the middle of a story talking.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he's like, oh,
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
out! And then after you drive smoothly, he starts to continue the
Back
story
into
again. Mad realistic. Oh, what are you driving like that for? Mad dumb.
Oh man.
That's all the news I have.
So anyone else? Any news?
I have the topic at hand.
Oh shit.
So,
shit.
topic at hand. Speaking of which, I'm not wearing this brace anymore.
Your Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have to put it back on. But I might have to.
Congratulations, Jay, and your wrist
All right.
healing.
No, I still can't do this. So we'll see. We'll see.
You won't be
In the middle
lifting
of the-
any trays, so that's
I
fine.
can't just smack him.
In the middle of the podcast, it'd be like,
So I can't bitch slap anybody.
No, I didn't say that.
I said that.
I know. I know.
That's how you hurt your wrist in the first place.
You gotta stop smacking these people.
Yeah, I know. But
These
no. All right.
trolls.
So the topic at hand today is why Sony should not release a handheld in competition with the Switch.
That's just silly. That's
Oh,
just
man.
silly. I'm getting a beer.
How do you want to do that? Do you want me to give a reason why?
Well, no. So we're gonna start with
Yeah,
why people are even gonna talk about
Okay.
them against the Switch right now.
Okay.
So originally, a month or two ago, Sony was they had a tweet on the Twitter about
On the Twitter.
they had a tweet about teasing something that they were going to release at Gamescom 2017, and we're going to show you the pic of what they showed.
Oh,
what the hell is that?
A carpet.
It's a carpet. Oh wow, that's great.
it looks like a TV.
It's an electric
Yeah.
carpet.
It's something underneath a red sheet.
I actually thought
Oh
that
my
was like a
God.
thumbnail he was gonna put for the video. I didn't know that was an
Yeah.
actual thing.
Yeah. No, that's what they
No,
put
that's
up.
what they put up.
And they were tweeting about
don't-
what it could be.
Just don't put up anything.
So they said, people were gonna guess, obviously,
Right.
because it was a couple of months before they were gonna do it, and they were like, "Oh, is it gonna be the PlayStation 5? Is it gonna be like a limited edition thing?" They said it's gonna be hardware. It's gonna be a game, and
look
you
at
know,
that. Hold on, get another look at that.
I know it's gonna be
What is it?
a huge thing. So I'm like, it
It looks
can't be
giant.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
it can't be a system. Not gonna announce a PlayStation 5,
Right.
but the speculation went on to about it being maybe this blueprint that they had of
yeah.
a portable system.
Yeah. Hold up.
Oh,
And as we know, Vita has been out for a very long time now.
Here's the blueprint right here.
So Sony came out with a patent for a system that looked similar to the Switch, Nintendo Switch.
yeah.
oh no.
And if you can see the screen right now, we have it up. So people are contemplating whether that would be what they were going to announce. And here's why. We're going to go over why we think that would have failed. So it wasn't that, obviously. It wasn't hardware. It was, no, I guess you can say it's hardware. So I guessed correctly, but it's too late now. You guys will never know. But I guessed that it would be, I said, what's coming out around that time? Oh, Gran Turismo. That's a huge title for Sony. So
Yeah.
when they announced it, it's probably going to be a limited edition PlayStation 4 with Gran Turismo as a pack-in.
Makes sense.
And lo and behold, when they pulled the curtain away on Gamescom, that's what it was. It was a 1 terabyte slim system. It wasn't even a Pro, but it was a slim system,
Yeah.
with 1 terabyte that had Gran Turismo Sport.
Right.
Gran Turismo Sport.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got it. I got that. We all know.
Yay.
And everybody, that's
So
exactly
Jay, do
it.
a shot. Do a shot for
excitement.
that.
No.
one.
The excitement.
But that's exactly how everyone's reaction was. It was like, meh.
That's whack.
I mean, it's a big title. Don't get
That's
me wrong.
like the Ridge Racer.
But you don't need to unveil that.
Unveil that.
That's
yeah.
not. There's no hype up for that.
Ridge
There's
Racer.
no hype up.
Well,
Hey!
I mean, it wasn't an announcement they made in the U.S. So
Right.
maybe
Rightfully so.
where it was, it's a bigger deal. So I'm not gonna front
No,
and say that
probably.
they shouldn't have hyped it up, but that was a little too much
Well,
for
it's
that.
it's a first
So
party.
we have we have some special things going on. Then that's it. Just say that.
Right.
Well,
You don't have to have this big unveiling of this big car-looking thing under it, and it's just this little ass system.
I don't
Maybe it was.
appreciate
See, I
the
thought
hype.
I said maybe they would put
Well.
it in a car when they did it because it's Gran Turismo, and that would make a little more sense. And it would be a 911
False.
like E3, so they can just hype it up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a Forza.
Yeah.
Forza's now on PlayStation.
Forza.
No.
False hype up. Garbage.
So
Garbage.
what we have here
What is that? No,
Some
sorry.
dusty old thing that people don't even realize exists anymore. It's a PlayStation Vita. So this was a kinda successful, not really successful.
In Japan, it was successful.
Man,
Not really a successful system.
It's like the
but
Sega Saturn.
it was great. It was great hardware. This is not like the Sega
no,
Saturn.
man. Here's the thing.
Shots fired.
Here's the thing. It is great hardware, and there was a lot of games, a lot of fucking games.
There were
Indie
no
games.
games. No,
No, man.
According,
Oh,
to,
first-
according to the internet, there
First,
were no
yeah,
games.
yeah, first party games. Yeah, they shitted on Sony shit on the system, and they just scrapped it.
So-
They do that a lot though. They come out with hardware,
Let's talk about
and
this
they
hardware.
they promote their hardware, and then all of a sudden, if it doesn't sell as much as they think
It's
it
like,
should
ah,
sell,
trash it.
yeah, no, they do that. They
do
do
that.
that with a lot of their products. Look at the fucking even out of video games, like with TV, with their Sony Bravia, like TVs and stuff like that, and they do that with a lot of their shit.
We got two analog
It's not gonna
sticks.
work.
Two analog sticks. People begged for this.
Yeah,
Two analog sticks embedded in the system. We got
Yeah.
a D-pad. We got
yeah.
all the buttons. Well, not all. It's two
But-
missing. But there's a touchscreen in the back.
That
which
was
is
not
why?
really. I don't know why.
A
it is.
touchscreen
But
in
however,
the
though,
back?
no. Here's a,
Touchscreen in the front also.
however, when they implement it in like for the first party games, like certain games utilize it. Like
Didn't need it. Cartridge.
No,
case.
it didn't need it. But there's certain games that actually utilize it, and it worked very well. Nintendo fucking. They're another one that does the same shit. They come out with something. Like a gimmick or something that actually works with their first party titles, but then the third party companies are like, they're like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to develop for this shit.
Expandable memory. We're gonna go over that. And it's sleek. It's small. It can fit in your pocket.
It's great.
And it's a big screen.
It's very,
Consider-
very nice.
lot of good games
it's
for it, though.
very well designed, the Vita.
A lot
So-
of good games for it.
It looks
So-
very sleek.
So where Sony messed up with it is they marketed it as a portable PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Similar, like kind of a PlayStation 4 even after the fact. A portable one.
Was it more powerful than the PS3?
No.
No. Okay,
No.
so it's between a 2 and a 3.
No.
No.
Well, no. So this is what it is. They said you can leave home, still play your game. They had the commercial with the baseball game. Guy was playing it at home. He left to go on the train. He's still playing it. And he came home, played it again. That's not what this does.
No.
Not what this does.
No.
That's what they tried to do. They tried to do what the Switch does
Yeah.
way earlier, before
Yeah.
it was possible.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can cross-save your game.
That
So
was,
you can go
and that's
and
a
play.
big deal.
It was okay. It's
It was
not
a
the
big
big.
deal.
It's not big enough to sell a system off of.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So you can play stuff, and then you come back, and then okay, I got this. I did to beat this team. Blah blah blah. Sports stuff and statistics and all this stuff. Then you can come home and then play from there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. But they marketed this whole system based on that, and maybe 1, 2, 3 games worked with that.
But there were some features that weren't even marketed that should have been marketed, like
Yeah.
the fucking what the fuck the remote play with the
It didn't work that well.
in the beginning it didn't work that
In
well.
America, it didn't work that well.
In the beginning it didn't work that well, but it could have been if they marketed that more.
The remote
They
play?
could have fucking, you know what I mean? Like that was something that nobody else did.
If they
Right.
marketed
You know?
it more, it would have had 2 less buttons, pissed people off about not playing it, and they would have been right next to their TV when it did work.
No, where they really failed was when they came out with the PlayStation TV or the Vita TV,
That was a
which they
major
they
fail.
got rid of the Vita because of how bad it was selling.
Oh, I forgot to bring that down. I have that too.
Well, that's why I said
You have that? I didn't know.
I didn't know you had that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This
I
How
got
much
it
you buy
right
for $20?
before- No, I got it right before it dropped down to rock bottom.
Damn, man! So you paid top dollar for this shit?
No, I got it for
Damn.
like 80.
Yeah.
Well, it was cheaper. It
That
was like
shit's worth like
$130.
$20, man. I
Now-
looked it up on
Yes, now.
You go to they dropped
I didn't
the ball
update
with
it though,
that.
and I can hack it still.
Right.
They dropped.
So that's
they
the only
dropped
good thing
ball.
about it.
Does Sony even need a handheld?
Well, I
Um,
mean, Nintendo needed competition at the time.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, though. I give Sony credit because they entered the handheld market. Actually, the only reason why they
No love
entered-
for Atari Lynx?
what?
Nah, that
Who
was
the-
cool. That was
Who the hell
color.
is Atari? Let me see.
That was color.
Game Gear. Who?
What's a Game Gear?
Yeah, what's that?
Battery
Power
killer.
Rangers, dude. Power Rangers.
Oh,
That's all I'm
that
gonna
was-
say.
Power
No, but it's-
batteries. That's all I got to say about
It's
that.
it's funny because the whole reason why Sony is in the gaming market is because of Nintendo, and they
That's true.
dominated when they came in off the gate.
They can't touch them with
And
handheld.
Sony's
and the
number
handheld they tried to, and I give them credit for trying to, like, you know, release a handheld and actually
Well,
it wasn't-
PSP wasn't
That was
a
successful.
bad-
PSP was
wasn't
successful.
bad. It was actually it was
was
slow
good.
to
That sold a
gain
lot.
momentum, but it did sell.
It
Yeah.
sold a lot. It
did
sold a
sell a
lot
lot.
for a handheld. Not as much as it didn't come anywhere near fucking
No.
you know, Nintendo. But
No.
So wait, this
However-
this picture, this thing with the thing over it.
Wait, hold on, let me pull that up
Pull it
again.
up again for a second.
This
What-
thing
what-
right here.
no, when is this supposed to? Is this supposed to be revealed at a certain time? Or,
What?
Or the
No, that's just a patent.
No.
That's a
That's
that's
a
a
never
patent.
coming out.
Oh, it's never
That's
coming.
probably
out.
never coming
Yeah.
out.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's a patent
Yeah.
That's a
or
patent.
something that they patent just in case they come out with something
Right.
that's gonna go
So
with
if
the
somebody
Switch.
comes up with something similar, they can.
I don't like it with people.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't like the, especially because Sony's very successful. I mean, as is. Whatever's going on with them, they're very successful. Nintendo's playing catch up because they've been putting out fucking. The Wii U was a big failure, and they're playing catch up now. And the Switch is doing very well right now. You know,
yeah.
PlayStation doesn't have to be like, oh, let's match the Switch. They don't have to do that.
Well,
Well,
here's
when you
the
see
thing,
a
though.
market as a business person, you're gonna say, maybe we should try. And
maybe
get
we
in
should
there.
try.
Well,
Right.
listen to this
Yeah.
though. I mean, right before the reveal of the
no.
PS4, Sony was going through layoffs. They were actually losing a lot of money.
Yeah.
They're firing a lot of people,
Their gaming division was
Losing
the only thing
so much
keeping
money.
them anything.
and the gaming division is the only thing that actually is holding them, like keeping
That's
them
crazy,
up afloat.
actually. Imagine if that
Now,
was with Microsoft.
the
That'd be-
I
success-
was just about to say Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't have any
Microsoft
handhelds.
doesn't. You
They
know
have
what?
no interest in doing
Do you know
any
what's crazy
handhelds.
about that? I just found this. I found this out too. Microsoft
And a
has been
smartwatch.
losing money. They actually lose money
It's
with
about
the
time.
Xbox. They didn't turn a profit from the Xbox 360 when they
Because
first
they lost $3 billion.
They
because
yeah,
of the
well,
Red Ring.
it was actually 1.6 billion dollars for the Red Ring of Death.
Oh
And
my
for-
god!
for any
that's
other-
their best,
but
their
here's
best
the-
system.
but here's the-
360.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
If it were any other fucking company,
Oh, they'd be gone.
they'd be
They'd
out
be
of it.
out of business.
But they just have money to just
And the
throw.
only reason why the Red Ring happened was because they were actually trying to race PlayStation.
I'm tired of Microsoft, man. I'm really.
They were trying to
sick of
race the
Microsoft.
PlayStation,
Yeah,
and
they pushed it out fast.
they tried to push it out faster,
Put
and
some
then
shitty ass fucking gel in there or
the
whatever.
PS3 was actually originally supposed to come out in I think March or something like that.
Right.
That was the release date, and then they delayed it, and because of that delay, Sony dropped the ball, and gave fucking Xbox the fucking the 360 a chance to fucking release early.
Wow.
And
But
imagine if it didn't have any
quality
failure
control
rate.
Yeah, well, quality control suffered
Well,
because
they probably
of
would
that.
have sold about a quarter of the systems that they did because everybody bought like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
360 was a dope.
Yeah,
ass
everyone had a
system.
lot of
And
360.
I love the 360.
Another thing that helped the 360 was the horrible PS3 launch. $600 for a
PS3
fucking PS3.
PS3 was a fucking
That was a
waste.
Horrible launch.
PS3 was
They
fucking
got rid of the
waste.
Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to promote the 6-axis, whatever, the motion,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it
Does this
just
have motion control? I think it did, didn't it?
it does.
Uh,
It does.
motion
Yeah,
control
there's
too.
a gyroscope in there.
Jeez, they
It
put
has
so
motion
much in
control.
here. This
It-
has 3G in it also,
Yeah, I know. It had,
No,
I
it's-
couldn't believe
no,
it.
that didn't have 3. It was a
Yeah.
card.
but it doesn't
It was a
work.
card. It wasn't built into the fucking system. It was a card.
You
man.
can't go online.
It's kind of awesome, though.
You can't go online with it. You can
With
check-
Wi-Fi,
you can
yeah, it has
check
Wi-Fi.
email. Yeah, with Wi-Fi, but you don't play people that way on the go.
Oh, really?
Not
at
Even
all.
with the 3G, you can't
Not
even.
at
Then
all.
what?
Nah,
what
nah.
was it for?
For your mail, your email and stuff.
Yeah.
Boo! Oh, bad design.
But their
Horrible.
primary thing was, like I was saying, they marketed it wrong completely because they said, "Oh, we have Uncharted on here, we have Wipeout on here, we have all of our major titles."
Good
on here."
games though.
But
Good
they
games.
weren't the games that were on the system. Don't try
Right.
and play them off like they're the games that were
They were-
on your system
They were
on
still
the
good
go.
games.
Yeah.
And they didn't hold up to the games that were on it. They weren't. See, this is a portable system.
Yeah.
You can't make you're not supposed to make an Uncharted type game for portable use.
I should
However,
hope not.
this is what I will say.
Hmm.
When this was released,
Yeah.
that was the most powerful handheld
Oh
system.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So when Uncharted came out in handheld form,
Mm-hmm.
that was the best looking Uncharted in a handheld. Like you didn't see anything like that.
If you can hook this up to the TV and
So
play
you have to-
Uncharted
you
at
have to-
home, then
Mhm.
it would have made more sense. Because when Zelda came out for the
Right.
Switch, that's not a real game that you should play
You know-
on the go, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Because
what?
If it was handheld based, that's not the type of game you want to play on a handheld. But because you can come home, throw it in the TV, then it makes more sense.
Do you know what doesn't make sense? The PSP Go. I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh, that was a
shit.
flop.
That
Because
was a flop.
They tried to push digital.
They
completely.
tried to push digital,
Yeah.
but here's the thing:
They
the
want to sell their
PSP,
damn memory cards so bad.
the PSP Go, the PSP Go actually had something that the other PSPs didn't have.
yeah, a screen that was covered.
No, not even that. But it had a
Actually,
dock.
did it?
had something similar to the fucking Switch before the Switch was even conceived.
The screen wasn't covered. It just had a slide screen.
It was a
with the
slide
controller
screen.
out.
Yeah,
Right.
the controller. The
Boo!
controllers came out. But
Yeah.
anyway, it had a dock. It actually had a dock that was sold separately
Mm-hmm.
that you can dock to your TV, and you could play your PSP games on your TV,
Mm-hmm.
and
But
then
there
take
were no
the,
PSP games
and
by
then-
the time that came out.
and then take the system out, just like the Switch. It was the
Right.
same shit as the Switch.
Right.
Take the system out and go and play this fucking continue playing the game.
So I could play Luminous anywhere.
Yeah, well,
But it
But the
couldn't
thing is-
service multiplayer.
but here's the thing though, they never marketed that.
No.
Nobody. I didn't even fucking know this shit. I found out online. I'm like, really? That shit could do that? I didn't know that.
How many different
If I'd have
handhelds
known that-
did Sony
2.
have? Just 2?
Two, but the Go was
Yeah.
a
The Go was a
iteration
variation of the
PlayStation,
P-
yeah.
There was
PSP.
different first generation. There was
They
it
had
1000,
3 versions.
1000 to 2000, and they came out to 3000,
4 versions,
and then the PSP Go,
10 versions. They have more in Japan. I don't know if they kept
and then
the
they came
numbers
out
going.
with 2 iterations of the Vita.
Which ones is it? What were they? Were they
were
majority of them
slim.
like a success, or were they just
They
like?
were making decent enough money in Japan. It depends on worldwide
Not really
success.
here.
Not worldwide success, no.
No.
It's
Everybody
like
considered it a big failure.
it's like Microsoft in Japan.
They
don't sell
Oh,
shit.
they don't do a
But
damn
this is
thing.
Sony.
They don't do a damn thing.
They
They don't do
sell
shit over there.
shit.
But
That's
Sony
like-
sold in Japan. They're still making titles for the Vita in Japan, which is insane.
That's
that
great.
is insane.
It's insane. They
PS2.
stopped here about 3 years ago.
It is what it
When
is.
did the Vita come out?
A while
Like a
ago.
long time ago.
I would say it's 4 years now. Or
4 years
more?
ago.
About 4 years now.
About
right?
4 years now.
Oh, that's not as long as I thought.
Yeah, I would say give or take about 4 years.
Nah,
now.
Japan,
still fairly
they have
new.
a mobile culture. You know, it's like
They're out now.
They love
They're out
handheld stuff.
on the train and stuff. If they can't, how are they gonna play it? All stuff in the train. You can't play like that. You're like this.
It's like,
Can't do
No, it is a mobile culture, and no, that's. I think that has to do with the success of the Switch, also, man.
I like how Microsoft doesn't come out with a handheld because they have no games. They don't even have games on their damn console.
I've always, like I said, I've always wanted Microsoft to come out with a game, a portable system that played Xbox Live Arcade.
You're actually right the first
really
time. You said
wanted
to
that.
come out with a game.
Yeah.
You're right the first time.
I wanted them to come out
No.
with a
Come
game.
out with a game.
I wanted,
Exclusive.
I wanted to be able to play all my downloadable Xbox Live
Well, yeah, the Xbox
Arcade
Live shit was
games.
dope. Yeah.
on the go. I would have
Yeah.
just bought a system just for that.
right.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to play their real games.
No,
anymore.
their Xbox Live was crazy. They had a lot of dope titles.
I love
that's-
Xbox Live
see,
when it
that-
first came out.
That's the thing about the Vita, though, because it had a lot of indie games that you could
Indie
play on
games
the
are
go.
the shit.
But
I love
It
indie
was
Well,
like
Microsoft came out with the Surface, and the Surface had the Xbox One streamable thing that they're really trying to push. So that's their portable.
Yeah.
Trying to push
Nah,
their system to
it's
play
not
anywhere
portable,
on
man.
there, and you can do it on your computer. You can do
If-
it,
if
but
you
it's
have-
just like
Yeah.
how
A laptop
the
is
internet.
their
it's not intuitive.
You gotta have good internet,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't have the good enough internet to stream something like
And
that.
it's not intuitive because you gotta, it's also not
Come on, you can use the
practical
Connect.
because you
You can
gotta
say Connect, play my game on the computer.
connect. What is that?
The Connect.
The
They
Connect?
pushed everything on the Connect.
Yeah, they pushed everything on the Connect.
Microsoft, man.
Well, I'm
The
glad-
Xbox One X has a Connect.
No.
There's no Connect support for that.
I think no
Probably not.
with a dongle.
No,
I
right?
think you
You
like
gotta make a stupid.
have to, like-
They act like
Yeah.
that shit never
Yo,
happened.
exactly. They erased that shit.
Connect, what's
they,
Connect?
it
Like
never
never
happened.
happened.
Like Nintendo and the
Never
Virtual
happened.
Oh,
I
damn.
love
happened.
voice commands though. I do like
Of course
voice
you do,
commands.
except
I
when
love.
Jay had you throw a grenade during Mass Effect. You didn't like that shit too much.
Oh, because he said something. He should have said shit.
Yeah.
So,
Ruined everything.
Or like
so back on topic. Sony
man.
just announced recently, I think it was yesterday, but what's his name? Shuhei Yoshida. Shuhei Yoshida.
One of the heads at Sony.
Yeah, he expressed that while he personally is a huge fan of the Vita, the dedicated portable market is not healthy at the moment due to the overwhelming dominance of mortable.
Mortable.
He said immortal.
Due to the overwhelming
Overwhelming dominance of mobile devices.
That's a new word, mortable.
mortable.
Portable and mobile. At the
It's
same
mobile
time.
affordable at the same time. I'll make sure that shit's mortable.
Mobile devices. So they
Mortal.
think that the reason why they're not coming out with another portable system is because people want to play everything on their phones.
You know,
Like
No.
thing on their phones. I play Angry
No.
Birds. That's it.
Nah, man. I don't even play that.
I don't
So-
even play that Fire Emblem Hero shit.
I stopped playing.
said-
So
people
listen,
don't wanna-
if you're marketing your system to young children, I agree with him. If you're bringing out a handheld so
Right.
all the little children can play your system, parents ain't buying no $30, $40, $50 games for their kids.
that's true.
But the market for handhelds is not really pushed for children anymore.
No.
For adults who don't have time to be at home and want to get away from everyone
That's
and
right.
play their game wherever they're at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see where they're going, but that's not. Like, the Switch, this thing here, this thing is selling like crazy. So
Yeah.
it's not, and it's a handheld, but it's a home console also.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's a great
it's
concept.
selling like a handheld.
Which is
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
I'm buying it.
So
If
that's
it wasn't
why
a home console, I wouldn't get it.
Nintendo
Crazy.
changed their whole predictions on it. They want
Yeah.
like
They did.
triple the amount or more
Yep.
because it's selling like a handheld, not a console.
They said we didn't know it was going to sell like this. They literally said that. Like, we had no idea it was going to be this popular.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, coming from Wii U, I mean, they have they're
No,
starting
no.
from the bottom.
Yeah.
So Sony is not going to make another Vita, which is not. It's not a surprise.
It's not. It's actually
No, it's
smart.
not a surprise.
It's
But
smart.
they made that patent,
Mm-hmm.
so they had it in their head that they might actually have to use
And it is smart because they can't afford to fucking not
Fail?
sell. Yeah. They can't afford to fail.
So
I
listen.
don't want to see Sony go, man.
So getting to the topic at hand, though, why they shouldn't come out with a system like the Switch. So PlayStation 4, obviously, PlayStation 4 Pro, or even Xbox One X. But those systems are more powerful, more powerful than the Switch, Nintendo Switch. So for PlayStation to come out with a handheld to compete with the Switch, you're dumbing back down what you've already released, which has never happened. To come out with a system to play at home and on the go
That
at
was
a
one of my
lower
points I was gonna
at a
say.
lower rate
Hmm.
than what you can do at home right now.
Yeah, that'll make no
Or
sense.
on the flip side, they would have. I would think that even if they were going to try to come out with a Switch competitor, they would have to come out with something as powerful or more powerful than the Pro, and think of how expensive
Technology
that
can't
would be.
pull that, especially with
know?
the power that it's doing with the battery life.
Yes, that's what I'm
can't
saying. Like,
do
think of the
that.
battery. Like, everyone's
They
like,
can
"Ooh,
make
yeah."
it. They can make it.
Mm-hmm.
They can probably fit something. It's going to be a massive beast
Yeah.
with a screen built in.
Yep.
It's going to be big,
That's gonna be it.
That'd be
It's
a
gonna be
massive
like a
failure.
brick.
and your power is going to drain in an
Yeah.
hour.
That would be a
Yep.
massive failure. Big time.
And you're going to have to run just the downloads in it.
And what's it gonna do? 4K? It's gonna go 4K right now in the
Oh, yeah.
handheld. It's
Hell
like
yeah.
it would have
That's
to. It would
unnecessary.
have to.
8K.
That's
8K.
unnecessary.
It's
No.
it's
It's
it would-
unnecessary.
But at least when it's
At
docked,
that-
it's gonna
at that
have to
size?
be 4K.
8K.
You know, it's like you can't like Sony. Like no, they had the PS4. So if they
Right.
release a handheld, it's stupid for them to release a handheld that's less powerful than the hardware console that they have, home console that they
But
have available right
It's you can't. It's technologically wise. Like
now. After the Switch, it's
you
tough.
can't do it though.
If they were,
You can't do it
You can go.
because it's like all right. Like you have laptops and you have a PC, right?
Mhm.
The laptop is never going to be as powerful as a PC.
It can though.
It's never
That's
going to be
a
as
lot of money.
it's
not
never
going to
be as
upgradable.
powerful.
It's not going to be as upgradable.
Exactly.
You can
But
buy
that's
one that can run everything the same way.
it's never going to be because the parts are shrunken down. It costs exactly like you said. It costs a lot of money
Yeah.
to shrink that shit
Mhm.
down.
Yeah.
It's never going to be as powerful as a PC.
Yeah.
PCs are always going to be cheaper.
because of the
And-
portability. It's not
Right.
what someone's going to buy.
Exactly.
So you had something, right?
No, I was just gonna say that it makes no sense to
No.
mimic what the Switch is doing right now. Like, it
No.
does,
So say-
they would basically be losing money
And-
trying to do something that's. It's like no, Nintendo's doing that basically because
Sony's-
they're trying to find a way to sell again. You know, it's like
Yeah.
well,
Well,
you couldn't sell.
they found a niche that they can be.
yeah,
in.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
If everybody steals a niche, then it's no longer a
Yeah,
niche
that's
thing.
what I'm saying.
That's
It,
it.
it, would
Sony's-
hurt, it would hurt them more in the long run because that's now Nintendo's thing. Let them
Right.
have their thing. I'm not gonna say Microsoft, but Sony is still successful doing whatever they do.
Right.
Don't copy what Nintendo's doing. If you want to come out with something new,
Right.
because let's say the Switch just starts all of a sudden exploding and starts outselling Sony,
Mm-hmm.
then come out with something new and innovative. But don't copy
They
the
still
same
got like
thing.
2 years. They're good.
Yeah, like just don't.
PlayStation 5 will be then.
But
I
when
forgot
you,
to
when
say-
you copy the Switch, it looks cheap, it looks corny, and it's like, all right, we know what you're trying to do. You're
But
whack.
it'll
No
look
one's-
so good.
To add to that,
It won't fool anybody, though.
I wanted
it won't
to
fool
add.
anybody.
I wanted to add to that because I was going to mention this before you said that.
Mm.
Sony actually did copy Nintendo before,
Yeah.
and they did try to ride the Switch, the Nintendo, not the Switch, the Nintendo, with the fucking the Wii, with the motion controls.
Motion
Move.
controls.
What, you
The
saying,
fucking
Move wasn't
PlayStation Move.
successful?
Yeah.
Hell
The Move
no,
is the
man.
VR right now. That was the Move.
That shit was
That
fucking.
was
They were
the
like,
move.
"Oh shit, wait, we got
VR.
technology. We still got that
I
technology."
got 4 of
Oh, we
those
could use
things. I got 4 of those fucking Move
That shit
controllers.
failed like a motherfucker when that
Anybody,
came out.
anybody want to buy a Move controller? Half
Yo.
price. Half price.
Yeah,
I hate the way that controller feels.
Son,
I
yo,
really don't
it's
like the way
not-
it feels.
it's
I hate it.
not
Gimmicky,
good.
man.
It's
Gimmicky shit.
but see that's what happened though. They
Give me
tried
Time Crisis with that. I'll keep
they tried to fucking do it. Look at Microsoft. Fuck it. Forget Nintendo, Sony. Look at Microsoft. They came out with the Kinect. Horrible.
Nah, it's great.
Horrible.
I can't
Voice
tell you my
recognition.
disdain
Horrible.
for Microsoft.
They could have never made Paranormal Activity 3 without the Kinect.
But they tried to ride. They tried to ride on the success of Nintendo and they tried to copy them.
That's exactly.
And look
it
what
is.
happened.
When you copy,
Look what happened.
like blatantly copy
The
some
move
shit,
was
it's
the Sony.
very
Sony
copy.
blatantly copied.
They didn't
Nintendo.
copy them. There's no bowling game. That's all they
Stop.
needed. That's all
Get
they
outta here.
needed. Grandmas
Get
and
outta here.
grandpas everywhere would have bought it.
It
Get
was
outta
bad
here.
also because they were accessories to a system that was
Yes.
already available.
Yes.
It's like when the Wii came out with it out of the box, so it kind
And
of
nobody
impacted
touched it
design.
after they bought it, though. The Wii was never touched after they bought it.
The
Oh,
key,
come
the key is just coming out with something original.
Right.
If your sales are dropping, come out with something original to compete. Don't
right.
steal ideas.
Let's throw it this way. If Sony was to come out with that Switch ripoff, it would be they would have to come out with a PlayStation 4. If it came out next week,
Right.
it would have to be a PlayStation 4 somehow dumbing down the specs of the PS4 when you play the games on it.
Yeah.
It would have to be like a PC. Like, you know how you could play it in low frame rate
Yeah.
or,
Mhm. Yeah.
or low graphic, and then you can
And
push
when-
it up when you play it on another system, just
Yeah.
like how the X
Like when you
boosted
dock
it.
it, it boosts it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they'll have to do it the opposite way. And all those game titles that were released have to be reprogrammed to be dumbed down
Oh, fuck that.
on
Nah.
that
No.
system.
That's-
So
that's
that's why
crazy.
it's not really feasible.
Yeah.
And I don't see it happening.
It's like don't do it. Just
but
don't
if
do
they
it.
did that,
They
Don't
can't
do it.
gamble with that, man.
if they did it though, and it
is a
looked
gamble.
decent, then I would say there was room for that because people obviously want their systems to do that now.
But people are already doing that to the Switch. They're taking
No, I'm
games that are
saying-
available now, scaling them down for the Switch.
PlayStation 4 is the top-selling console by far.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
far. So
Yeah.
every one of your titles that all of these people have
Mm-hmm.
can be used like the Switch. The Switch would be in trouble. It would be in trouble. That's the only way you can even compare or compete with them. Besides the Nintendo games on there, they would be in trouble.
At this point, it's tough though. It's
You
like
think people wouldn't? It's the
like
top-selling console by far.
I
look, you have
honestly
PS4.
don't.
Besides
Here
the
goes
PS2.
PS4 portable. I don't think people who own a PS4 console would jump to that.
I
real
honestly
quick.
don't think.
I think they would.
I don't think all. If you say like 100% of people that own PS4 and they
Not
come out-
100%. If
No,
60,
I'm saying
they would
like-
still destroy
No,
the
I'm
market.
saying you take 100% of PS4 owners. I just don't see those people who are just any of them being like, "Hey, let me pick this up, blah blah. blah. I can have it on the go."
Because
I would probably say maybe 25% maybe will pick that up.
what they'll be doing,
Maybe.
say you only played EA games. Say you played Madden. Say you played NBA. Well, actually, that's not even EA no more.
Yeah.
NBA Live? Nah.
Nah.
But 2K. Okay, say if you played 2K stuff, and you played 2K, what? 2018.
Wait, it came out on the Switch, man.
No, I know, but I'm saying dumbed down comparatively to the PS4 and Xbox One. So if they can get that title, play it normal when they dock it or whatever as a PS4, then when they go on the go, it's going to play like the Switch's one. Why would you buy a Switch if you didn't
That's
Why
only
would you
buy
buy
it
a
for Mario?
PS4?
Why would you buy that for one game?
Because they already have it.
For one game?
No, I'm saying that type of game. I'm not talking Mario. That's one game.
Right.
I'm
No,
talking
I mean-
about third-party games.
No, I mean saying like you would have to. You're saying you would have to buy that new PS4 handheld thing.
So I'll throw another one at you.
Yeah.
Doom. Say that's your game.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You want to play at 60 frames, blah, 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 blah. You play it on the go, it's going to be 720p, 30 frames like on the Switch.
Uh-huh.
You can do both. You see what I'm getting at?
I see what
You
you're
can,
saying.
when you come home, you can play it. Top of the line, you're not losing out. When you take it on the go, it's going to be a Switch. You have both. Switch can't do that.
Right.
It's
They
going to
can
be.
play it on TV.
It's
It
locked.
can play. I'm saying
It's
it can
locked
play it
down.
on
Well,
the
are
TV,
the
but it's not going
games-
to beat the PlayStation 4's graphics.
Are the games
It's
going
not
to be
gonna
backwards
beat it.
compatible?
Yes.
For,
Yes,
they
yes,
will.
yes,
They
yes.
will be. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it's not going to beat it. So Nintendo would be in trouble.
I don't know. I can't.
I have a hard time believing that because
Yeah,
I don't
don't-
think PS4. Then you would throw out your PS4. You would put and you would get this
Do a
would
trade-in.
replace your PS4.
Do
It's
a
like
trade-in.
I don't think.
But they're
I don't
push-
think. I don't think a percentage of people are going to do that.
However,
no one
though-
wants them. People are lazy. They're not
The
going to
amount
try
of
to do
people
that.
going crazy over a $300 system you could take on the go.
Hold on, man.
Considering the library that you already have on the go, you wouldn't throw in $300 for that instead of the Switch.
No, but here's the thing,
That's
though.
a secondary system.
Here's the thing, though. The PS4 Pro is what they're pushing now, not the regular PS4. They're giving you the option to get the original PS4, but the PS4 Pro is what they're pushing. So that's the most powerful system that Sony's making.
all right.
If they come out with a handheld, it's not going to be as powerful as a PS4 Pro.
Nobody's buying it.
Pro,
No
you
one's
got
buying
it, man. What the
I
hell?
know it's not. No one's buying it. It's not like a huge success.
But
It's decent. But
It
I'm
would-
going by numbers.
but if you go by numbers, if they make that, let's say they did that, and I have to think
Yeah,
about
I'm saying
it.
they're pushing it, but it's not winning. They're not winning
If
with
they
that.
did that,
When the X comes out, they're not winning with the Pro.
they're still selling. They're selling PS4s like crazy.
They are.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
And the same shit
And
happened.
That's why
with,
it's dumb.
and the same
for them
shit
to do
happened
that.
with PS2. And I don't think
They're not
I
selling
don't
portable
think-
PlayStations like crazy.
We all could.
That's
We can all
only a
agree,
portable.
but we can all
When
agree.
you go to
though.
work and you want to play a PS4, you can't.
I think
That's
we can,
all I'm saying.
I think we
Sure.
can all agree that they shouldn't come out with a fucking handheld.
No, that would be the only way they can do
That's
it.
what everybody.
And
is
it's
like,
not going to
all right.
happen. We've already proclaimed that it's not.
But
gonna
I don't
happen
think-
that way.
I don't
if they
think,
did somehow make it possible, then yeah, they have a chance.
I don't know if that's gonna. I don't
They
know if
would
that's gonna fly.
cannibalize their
I think it'd
home
be.
console.
I think it'd be dumb.
Because listen, Microsoft is doing that shit with the Xbox One X, right?
Fuck Microsoft.
They're coming out with a system that's, they're banking on third-party developers. So they're making their system like they're making the dev kits. They purposely like
right, so put it
made
this
their
way.
systems with the dev kits for developers to fucking make it easier
Yeah.
for them to make games for it.
Put it this way.
And they want to make the most powerful shit.
Put it this way.
Cut me off, man. Go ahead.
just a quick throw it in there.
No, go ahead.
So,
Go.
all right, you don't want to buy another home console, just the portable one. What if you could just have a 500 gig little fucking card in there? You could download your games on it and play it on the go at a lower resolution. You don't have to dock it.
you don't
But you
have
can
to
use
dock.
all the games that you bought on the go.
just to go on the go. Then it's
Yep.
gonna have to sell less to the
They don't have to
Switch.
make it stronger than the PS Pro.
Right. How
PS4 Pro.
powerful would it be? More powerful than the Switch?
About the same as the Switch.
About the same as Switch.
I just don't see people that own a PS4, like their PS4, spending $200 to $300 for a PS4 on the go when they own a PS4.
They didn't think that for the. They didn't.
No,
think
here's
that
the thing, though.
For the Switch,
I'm talking
It's
about
selling
like
more as a portable.
like
No
all the
one
people,
cares.
all the people that own a PS4. Take all the people that own a PS4.
Right.
Like I just don't see people like, oh, now you can take it on the go. So what the fuck am I gonna do with this now? It's
play it
like
at home.
No, you play it. You
let's
play
play
it
it
in
at
your
home.
house.
I don't see people spending.
See,
that
you're not a.
three-
See, here's the thing, though.
$300.
Yeah, but you're not a. You're not a
something they
portable. You're not a portable gamer though.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying people
You're
that
not.
own own a home console, right?
People that own a lot
Okay,
of.
I own.
No, I'm saying-
Okay, I own a home console.
No, I'm saying people that own a home console. I'm talking about the majority. The majority of people
Okay.
that own a home console, you come
Okay.
out with the same thing as a portable, right?
Mhm.
Same thing as a portable. You're gonna spend $300 just to have that as a portable to play that on the go. I don't see that.
It depends on what.
If
I
you
don't
have
s-
a job where you can use it.
and
I
it depends
won't.
on the lifestyle of the person. Because I listen. I have a lot of downtime in my job,
Yeah.
right? And I have the Switch. I like it because I can play the game at home
Yeah.
and I can play it on the go.
Yeah. But it started like that, is what I'm saying. Nintendo, the
Sometimes-
Switch started like that.
I
but-
wish. I
But
wish.
if you already,
but listen
if,
though.
if you
Well,
have,
let me finish.
Oh wait, if you have a Xbox 360, right? Xbox 360, you have a home console,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they came out with, and I love the Xbox 360. They come out with something on the go, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Are you gonna spend $300 for Xbox 360 on the go?
If you could play
It depends
the
on
same
what.
game.
Like-
If you could play the same games on the go,
But
yeah.
what's the percentage of people, of those fans, that are gonna do the same exact things that you're gonna do
enough to be successful.
Yeah.
to beat to kill the Switch?
Like think about
I
it though.
seriously doubt that.
It's
Well,
tough.
PlayStation
not
4
to
is
kill the
still-
Switch. The
PlayStation-
price.
I seriously
4
doubt that.
PlayStation 4 is still killing the Switch.
No, I mean, like, no, I'm saying that,
Here's
yeah,
what it comes
obviously,
down
but
to.
I'm saying like to a handheld. I mean,
Here's what it comes down to.
those people that already own a PS4
There's a lot of people.
to spend another $300.
Here's
Nah,
what it
that's
comes.
crazy.
Here's what it comes down
That's
to.
crazy.
Here's what it comes down to. The bottom line is it comes down to the game.
Mhm.
If you like Nintendo
Right.
and you like playing Nintendo games and you want to play that shit on the go, but you also want to play that shit at home, you get the Switch. If you like Sony and you like the Sony exclusives, you want to play that shit on the go. Right now, there's nothing that you can play besides the Vita. There's nothing else that you can do that shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If something came out for that, you would get that.
If it wasn't proprietary memory,
Well, yeah, exactly. If it wasn't proprietary memory,
it's got to be 500 gigs built in.
yeah, it's got to be up to 5
At
terabytes.
least. Well, yeah, 5 terabytes built in.
6 terabytes.
yeah. But it can't be a brick.
But
But I'm just
No,
saying enough to make it feasibly successful enough to bring out and release.
yeah.
I think they would have a chance if they did that.
like they have the name, they have the exclusives.
Would they win in a competition
I don't know if they
between
would.
Switch
I don't think they would
and
win.
Sony now? No, because you only got
I don't
2
think
years.
they would win. No,
Yeah.
You only got 2 years to build with them.
I don't think they would win.
They're
But
not going to get like 50 million sales, but
Can
they'll
they-
beat 14 million.
right,
They'll beat that
right.
No.
in
But
2
that's-
months.
That's
Yeah.
still not enough for them to do. It'd be stupid for them to do that.
Yeah, I
Either
yeah.
way, it would still be
So
stupid.
yeah,
to
to
do
me,
that.
I don't see there's any positives in even trying
Yeah.
to do it. No matter what
I
angle
agree
it
with
is,
that.
I just don't think there's any positives for them. They don't need to. They're already
Right.
selling a shitload
Sony
of.
sees it too. He's like, I don't
PS4s.
think. He's like the Switch is selling, but he's like, it's not
Switch has been out
doing
for how
anything
long?
to our
Like,
business.
It's not threatening
Well,
any
when
of
I
their
get-
sales.
When I can play The Last of Us on my phone, then why would I have to get that? Oh wait, I can't.
But Microsoft, man, these guys have deep pockets.
They're not forever.
Yeah.
No, man, they do.
To be 100% honest, this is I'm gonna be.
So you know what? All right.
All right, go for it.
I'm sorry.
No,
Let
no,
me
no,
just
go,
say
go,
this
go,
real
go,
quick.
go,
I
go,
told
go.
you this before, but I'm going to say it right now.
Go for it.
Bill Gates. I looked online. I Googled this shit yesterday. This motherfucker has $86 billion. He's
He gives away
net
like
worth
half of it.
Oh.
$86 billion.
Oh
He's the
my
richest
God.
motherfucker in the world. He dropped
He's like
down
second.
for a couple of years. Nah, he went back up.
86 billion.
$86 billion.
But he gives away all of it. That's what's crazy.
Nah, he doesn't give away.
He gives away
of
all of it. He's got it in
He
his
does,
will.
he's very charitable.
He's got it
He
in his
does.
will. That shit is gone.
Oh
He should
my
run for president.
God, 86 billion.
$86
What
billion.
do you even do?
He's on track to be
You
the
buy
best.
you
He
buy
lives in-
islands.
He lives in
buy-
Dubai. He lives in Dubai because that's all they do.
He bought.
Now-
it. Oh Jesus.
That was
Microsoft,
great, actually. That was pretty good.
Microsoft as a company, they have so much money. They've lost so much money, and while they've been in the gaming division,
Windows
they've
Vista.
lost so much. Yeah,
Windows Vista.
but it doesn't do anything though.
No.
Listen,
They
when
need to
when the
give-
Red Ring of Death happened, right?
I would've
When
killed
that whole
anyone.
shit happened, they went to the developers went to Steve Ballmer and they were like, "Yo, all these
I love.
yeah,
it.
all these all these systems are going down. They're just like he's
Made a
like,
bunch of shit.
He's like, how much is it gonna cost to fix it? I'm like, well, they were like, we came up with a plan. We should reimburse them. And I was like, oh, how much? Like 1.6 billion. Do it.
They still made money.
That was it.
They still made money.
Yeah, but after like 7 years.
Oh, I
they
know.
made money.
But they still made money. That's
After
crazy.
7 years, they turned a profit.
See,
But for a company to lose that much money, they can
Bill
afford to make a
Gates could lose
handheld.
$1 billion. He's like, okay.
there's
Yeah.
nothing, there's nothing more than I
86
hate that somebody who
billion
has so much money and a shitty company that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Just give half
Apple?
of your money to
Apple?
give you half of your money
Yeah,
to
right.
exactly.
Apple.
Good. Actually,
good,
actually, no.
They're very similar,
I actually agree with you on that.
Very similar.
Just give it to Sega. Bring back Sega. All right, instead of Microsoft.
They don't know what to do with their money.
But they have titles. They have games.
Yeah, they do.
They have titles and games.
Invest in
They do.
Sega.
Have someone
They
else
just don't
run
know
this
what to do
shit.
with the money.
Just get Microsoft the fuck out of here. Bring back Sega.
This is what Sega would do.
They
Fucking Shenmue. And they're already doing it.
Shenmue 3, 4, 5, and 6
They're
off the bat.
They're
Release
already
titles.
doing it, and it's going to fail
Oh.
again.
Most expensive games in this.
And Seaman.
Stop it. That didn't come out.
Look, they were innovators,
why
man.
you
They
gotta
paid
bring up,
for
why
it.
you gotta bring up the shitty titles
That's
like
what
Seaman?
Sega does.
I think Microsoft almost acquired Sega at one point, right? Weren't they?
They were
thinking
very
about-
close.
They were
Yeah.
close to
You
buying
know
it.
Very
what? They
close.
need to do it again.
They need to do it.
They have titles. Sega
They
has
bought
titles.
fucking Rare.
I bet
Come
you there would have
on.
been more. They did. They did. And what the fuck is Rare done
They bought fucking
What
Rare.
does Microsoft had besides Crackdown, which isn't shit, and State of Decay 2, which is one of the best games ever made, and there's nothing else.
Cuphead.
I'm sorry. You know, I apologize. Cuphead is
Motherfucker.
dope.
That's
And
coming
Gears
out
of War.
tomorrow.
And Gears of War. What else
I
is
know.
Halo.
I know, man.
Fuck
Playing
Halo.
it tomorrow.
And what else do you have?
Can't wait.
You have nothing. Buy Sega. Take all their titles.
Sega
and
has
Actually, wait.
they have
wait.
Shining Force.
I'm sorry.
Dragon Force.
I'm sorry.
Fantasy Star.
I take that back.
Skies of Arcadia.
Cuphead is also available on Steam.
Well,
Not
Those
exclusive.
everything
Not,
Microsoft.
not exclusive to yeah.
Those are everything by Microsoft.
Well, it's
Yeah, right.
Steam though. It's
Everything on
another
Microsoft's
company,
on
but it's another
Fuck
company. though.
Microsoft.
Steam.
I'm tired of Microsoft, man.
I'll still buy it on Xbox tomorrow.
Tired of geeks arguing with me in the fucking game facts. Oh, well, you just don't. What do you have? You don't have any games.
They're going to announce it. Relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
They have no games.
We're going to have
Oh,
Fable.
man.
And you ruined Fable.
Fable
You
4.
ruined the
And
one
what was
game
the-
you had.
Now they did ruin
what
it.
was the platinum games? Dragon something or
Dragon
Scalebound?
shit.
Whatever.
Dragon Scale,
Scalebound
which
is gone.
looked
Scalebound,
great.
right? Done.
It
Oh,
looked dope.
man.
It looked dope.
Why
They
did
Fable
just got rid of
gone.
it.
Why
It
they
looked like
scrapped
Devil
that?
May Cry, but fucked up.
Oh, well,
It looked good.
it looked good too.
They obviously knew something we didn't.
No, it's true. You never know what happens behind closed doors.
Tired of Microsoft.
It's probably
Tired of
some
them.
stupid shit.
Oh man.
But that's why our podcast is called Why Sony Shouldn't Come Out with the system.
Yes.
They should come out with
Our
a portable
next
Switch.
podcast, why Microsoft?
Why
should
Microsoft?
Stop. Just should stop completely.
No, Microsoft
Sony-
should come out with a handheld. That's what
Sony
I
has the home hardware business on lock.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
somehow.
know,
Yeah.
They
They
do.
have it on lock for
They
now.
got the Hollywood exclusives.
Microsoft is playing. Microsoft is trying to figure out their identity right now. They see the Switch
After
doing
this
well.
long. After this long.
They see
Yeah.
the PS4. They're trying to see where they fit in. Maybe they'll just go directly the exclusive PC stuff next. You
Yeah.
never know. You never know.
Right.
But they're trying to figure it out. But I think Sony and Nintendo are going to be the ends of the spectrum.
Undead
They
Labs.
both have, as far as exclusive, Sony and Nintendo are like neck and neck. They have the same amount of exclusives.
Exclusives, yeah.
Yeah.
Undead Labs needs to get with either Sony or get with Nintendo. Get away from Microsoft. Get away.
They need
Yeah.
to get with Walking Dead. We've said this.
I know. Y'all need to
Wow.
seriously, man.
Wow.
Fucking jeez, man.
crazy.
Getting me angry.
Negan Special.
The Negan Special Edition. Say the K Walking Dead.
He's the only one in it. It would still sell.
No, what? Dude, that would break records. You guys are fucking up out there.
But I think we almost came up with a plan for Sony if they
Damn
did.
it, man.
I don't know. I think Nintendo came out with the right portable at the right time. If they come out with a dedicated portable after the Switch, it's
They
just
should. All right, so next,
Yeah, but Sony-
next
like
podcast is how long do you think the 3DS is going to last?
that's actually
That
a
should
great.
God
stop.
damn.
3DS
Yeah,
stop.
that'll be a 2-minute podcast.
No, they need to stop as soon as possible.
Yo.
Pointless.
It really is.
So how hard was it for you to take the Metroid title being released
That's
only
fucked
on
up.
3DS
That's
and
fucked
not
up.
the Switch?
Oh, that's rough. Well, that's what I do. I switch every day. Like
Hold
I bring the 3DS one day to play
Uh-oh.
Metroid.
Pun intended.
I
Pun
bring the
intended.
Switch the
Yep.
other day to
Nope.
bring to
Pun
play
intended.
something else. But it's hard. It's really hard going back to the 3DS.
It looks like a mess.
It's
I'm sorry. Nowadays,
Damn.
it looks like muddy shit.
Tough.
Damn.
It's
It's
tough.
not.
It's
It's
tough.
The resolution of that screen
tough.
has been so old.
yeah.
Even when
Yeah.
the Vita came out,
It's a
it
portable
blew
Wii.
that away.
Yeah.
What is it, like 320? Like, what's the resolution?
How old is the 3DS?
It's very
something.
fucking
6
old.
plus.
6 plus. That's
6
gotta
plus?
stop.
No,
No,
it's
it's gotta
longer
stop.
than
It's
that.
gotta stop.
And they're like, we got
Yeah.
It
plans.
might be
longer.
older than that. It might be
I
7.
think it's 7.
Nintendo's like, we got plans. I'm like,
Shit.
There should be no plans.
They ain't
Put
got
them
no
on the
plans.
Switch. Put them on the
They
Switch.
ain't got no plans.
The Switch is a handheld. Put it on the Switch. Stop it. It's stupid.
The plan is to move everything this year over to the Switch.
You
And
know what?
do the graphics better.
It's not
I'm
going to
glad-
be their choice. Like they're going to see
Yo,
a
and it-
dip in the sales.
Dude,
and
there,
it's like,
there is a
I'm-
3DS version of Fire Emblem Warriors. Why the fuck?
However,
Is
They
there
have
a
a market.
Dude, it's crazy.
I will say this though.
60 million.
There
man.
is one good thing though with the Switch that they're
Install
porting
base.
games. They're porting games that were also on the Vita
Mhm.
onto the Switch. Sin Mora, I think is that shooter.
Cinema EX, yeah. That was always cool.
That game was
Sin Mora.
good.
I'm gonna play it.
That game was good. It looks better
That's good.
on the Switch.
Put
It looks better
It's
on the
more
Switch.
powerful hardware. It's portable, and you can
It
play
looks
on your
better
TV
on the
at
Switch.
Put
same
everything
time.
on the
It
Switch.
looks better on the Switch.
It sells itself.
Enough
I'm
is
like,
enough.
you know what? I think yeah, it's
It's time to make the Switch, Nintendo. Oh, you already
Absolutely.
made it. You already made it. All right, it's time to follow through.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for watching the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, podcast.com, Stitcher. If you have an Android podcatcher app, find Level 857. We're going to be on it. Very, very easy to find. Also,
Google
watch. Yes, Google us. Follow Level 857 Video Game Entertainment channel on Twitch.
Am I doing magic back
Follow us on Twitter. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you think Sony should come out with a handheld again. Let us know down in the comments, and we'll hit you back. And we'll see you then, next time. Peace.
Oh, we did it at the same time. That's crazy.
that was dope.
I
Twitch
did.
Live.
I didn't do it.
That was-